This is Nash County Courthouse, and this is the town of Nashville, North Carolina. Home of the Blooming Festival. Well, maybe that's something that's about to occur. It's not a particularly attractive design. Looks like a church. It's the Doughboy. And down here must have been the original courthouse. You got two of them, two wings. Look at this new building here. Pretty fancy, huh? And the Nash Arts is a church, was a church that's been repurposed. This is quite a fancy place. And on the roof, look at those little embellishments, ornamentals. I don't know what that is. And this, I think, is still a house. Sometimes they'll convert these to law offices or something like that. And look at the gate here. It's a pretty classy place. Statues, there's one here. And look at this balloon. What is this? Wow, that is nice. Downtown, it's on one side of the street. And check out this bar, I guess it is. One of these days. Steam house and bar. This is Plymouth, North Carolina, on the Roanoke River. Got some cool houses down here. Look at this one. Paper mill, I think it is. And this is the Roanoke River as it enters the Abermarle Sound, or gets close to the Abermarle Sound. This is a replica of one of the ironclads, a reduced scale model. And here is the depot and museum, I believe. I'm gonna have to check it out. Now, this is actually the Roanoke River. It has not entered into Abermarle Sound yet. And here's a scale model, greatly reduced. of an ironclad. There was a battle of ironclads here in April of 1864 when the Confederates recaptured Plymouth. Okay, this is the CSS Abermarle. April 19, 1864, the Battle of Plymouth. It rammed and sank the USS Nashville, disabled the Miami. On May 5th, in an engagement in Albemarle Sound, the Albemarle faced 7 U.S. gunboats, despite being outgunned 60 cannons to 2, outshelled 557 to 27, and rammed. The Albemarle escaped destruction. The ironclad was finally torpedoed, blown up with a mine on October 27th. Port of Plymouth, Roanoke River. This is where the museum is. We'll come back Saturday as I'm leaving. They close at 4 o'clock and it's 3:30.
Onto East Water Street.
Replica of the 6.4 Brook rifle cannon. Looks pretty potent. Let's go over here and check out the cemetery. Should be interesting. Grace Episcopal Church.
Then turn left onto East Main Street.
You can tell that's an old cemetery.
Head southeast on Madison Street toward East Main Street.
This looks like a church in England. It's probably as old as some of the ones in England. Certainly has an English design. The only difference is the headstones. The ones in Britain are like this one right here. They're leaning, they're narrow, and as the ground sinks and shifts around, they tend to lean over. Cemetery surrounds the church. The Town of Plymouth, 1787. That's pretty old. I'm walking down the shady side of the street. It's a nice day in the lower 70s. Stella's Cafe in the old theater. Yeah, I bet that was a theater at one time. the biggest bears in the world, biggest black bears in the world. Is this true? That's what they claim. Now, I don't know. Look at the way they did this canoe. It's a light. The world's largest black bears and highest density. Now, I didn't know that. I always thought the mountains had the most black bears. But Washington County has got them beat. Look at this gourd. Is that a gourd there?
Yeah, that's a gourd. Somebody.
That is huge.
Yeah, somebody done that. I'm not sure who. It was here when I started.
Wow. Here's the bear going fishing. Well, they do that naturally, don't they? That one's got all the gear, though.
Yeah.
Now, how far are we from the sound itself? From right here.
From.
As you go down the river, when you enter the Abermarle Sound, how far is it?
Oh, it's. If you were to go out here to right here facing the river, it's about 4 miles down the river, maybe.
Okay.
That goes into the sound, then goes into the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is Main Street, and I'm standing in the middle of Main Street with my back to the traffic and not worried a bit about the traffic because there's hardly any. Look at this. And okay, this is the, what does she call this? A bear or something or other. Another one of those big bears that they're famous for. Angel eye view of NC's Amazon, the Roanoke River Delta. Maritime Museum, I'll have to come see that on my way home. Brickhouse Landing, circa 1711. That's pretty old. Nice little shaded area here with benches. You can sit here and apparently someone's been having beers down here. I don't think there was a mayor. Okay, look at the visitor center. Wow. Let's go over here and check out this mural. This is Water Street, which is Main Street. And the street I'm on is Washington Street. Look, it's a little kitty cats. You get them when you take out a loan. They give you a putty tat. I'm not sure if this is the original or a replica. And I suppose it is a functioning lighthouse. Automated. Look at that snapping turtle there. How y'all doing? Are you having any luck?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I'll stroll down the piers here. There's that. I don't know if that's a snapping turtle or not. I don't think. No, it's not a snapping turtle. Forget what they're called. I think it's about 5 miles to the Abermarle Sound from here. Another view of the lighthouse. They have a boat access area. And look, people have back porches here facing the water from the buildings. I suppose they live in those buildings. Look, the little putty tats there. Patiently waiting. Where's your mom? Okay, time for me to head out. Yeah, there are probably apartments up there in the back. Let's try this. You know, so I said there wasn't much traffic, so I'm going to walk down Main Street. They tore a building down. They made it into a rest area or event area probably. Yeah, upcoming events. Nothing on the agenda yet. And look at this building right here. Get the old western facade there. There's a classic old brick bungalow style with the sunroom. And what does this say? Augustine Daly, playwright, dramatic critic, theatric producer, and actor, was born here in 1838. Magnolia trees. They're pretty when they're blooming, but they are messy. Look. Okay, back to the courthouse. And what kind of tree is that right there?